Hello friends, today we are going to do the chapter 9, The Other Side of Scientists. Scientists are men of learning and are looked upon as people who are always preoccupied with their own researches and experiments and have no time for other people. They are thought to be highly serious and having practically no sense of humor. This is the general impression that we have about these learned men. But the following anecdotes will reveal a different aspect of their character. Euclid's road to geometry. Euclid, the famous Greek mathematician who lived in the 4th century BCE, is known to have measured the height of a pyramid by measuring its shadow. Once, Ptolemy, the king of Alexandria, impatient at the manner in which Euclid explained his theorems in detail, asked him, "Isn't there a shorter way of learning geometry than your method?" Euclid replied, "So, in our country there are two kinds of roads, the hard road for the common people and the easy road for the royal family. But in geometry all must go the same way. There is no royal road to learning." Darwin names a bug. When Charles Darwin, the 19th century naturalist, was visiting the country house of a friend, two boys of the family decided to play a joke on him. They glued together various parts of a butterfly, a centipede, a beetle, and a grasshopper, and made a strange looking insect. They took it to Darwin and said, "We caught this bug in a field. Can you tell us what kind of bug it is, sir?" Darwin looked at it and asked, "Did you notice whether it hummed when you caught it, boys?" "Yes," then promptly replied. "Then," said Darwin, "it's a humbug." Pasteur's wedding day. It was the wedding day of the famous French chemist Louis Pasteur. The bride and her family were nervous as the bridegroom had not arrived. A friend of Pasteur hurried to the laboratory, hoping to find him there. Sure enough, he was busy with an experiment. "Did you forget your wedding?" asked the friend. "Oh, no," replied Pasteur. "But do you expect me to quit in the middle of an experiment?" The arithmetic class. Once, a little schoolgirl was having some difficulty with her homework in arithmetic. Hearing that a very famous mathematician, who was also a very helpful man, stayed close by, she went to him for help. When the old man had explained everything patiently, the little girl went back home and told her mother that she had found it easier to understand him. Then, when her teacher had explained it in school, the old mathematician was none other than the famous scientist Albert Einstein. When the child's mother heard of this, she went to him to apologize for the inconvenience caused. But Einstein replied, "You don't have to apologize. I have certainly learned more from the conversation with the child than she did from me. The human scientist, Sir Isaac Newton, the great English physicist and mathematician who discovered gravity, was once compiling the notes on all the research he had conducted over the course of 20 years. As usual, his dog Diamond slept nearby while he was busy at work. Newton worked all day, and when the sun went down, he lit a few candles and continued his work. Suddenly, he heard a knock at the door and he went to answer it after closing the door behind him. When Diamond heard strange voices, he woke up and panicked because he did not see his master around. He started barking in excitement and apparently collided against Newton's study table and upset the candle on the table. When Newton came into the room, he saw that all the notes he was working on were reduced to ashes. As Diamond came rushing towards him, he stroked the dog's head gently and said, "Oh, Diamond, Diamond." The little noticed the mischief. The last hast done. Fleming's thoughts at breakfast. Sir Alexander Fleming, who discovered penicillin, was once forced into an interview in New York by two journalists. Just as he was about to have breakfast, one of them asked him, "So, what are you thinking about right now?" We wish to know what a great scientist thinks while getting ready for breakfast. Fleming mused a while on the question and he replied, "I am thinking of something very special." The journalists, who were all ears, drew themselves forward. "I am thinking whether to have one egg or two." The boy genius. A mathematics teacher teaching in the 8th standard in a small school in South India was telling the class that any number when divided by the same number becomes unity, that is 1. A thin, dark-eyed boy, Srinivasa, asked, "Sir, is that true of 0 too?" The master was left speechless. The boy was the Indian mathematical genius, Srinivasa Ramanujan. Thank you, friends. Bye bye.